Okay, let's get into this one right here. Well, folks, you see what's on your screen. If anyone ever talks about the GOAT debate, not only between LeBron James and Michael Jordan, which we are going to talk about here in a second, but anyone, this is what you show them. Checkmate. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. And we've heard a lot of different things put out there, you know, for LeBron's case, Michael Jordan's case, but this is really crazy right here, folks. And you know, this is stuff, you know, you can explain this for yourself, or you can comprehend this for yourself, but we're going to explain it in a minute and tell you really what's going on. But first, I want to talk about the All-Star game. Now, we've all heard about these changes and all this dumb stuff because these guys don't want to compete. They don't want to play traditional basketball because they just can't live up to it, folks, right? They always need another gimmick for some more money, folks. And this is what I'm talking about. How can I believe that these guys are actually making this money? And we talked about what's surrounding why I don't think these guys make this kind of money if you've been to my channel. Okay. And we can talk about it for about 30 minutes straight, but I'm not going to talk about all of it because I want to move on. But this is just another thing, or all of it again, why I don't think they make this kind of money. But this is just another thing that I'm talking about. Another reason why when these guys got to get paid, you know, $1 million, $2 million, or whatever like that, if they win some type of in-season tournament, now it's the All-Star mini tournament, all these things like that, folks. If they win some gimmick tournament. And I say that because, dude, they're supposed to be making 50, 60, 40, 30, 20 million. You know what $1 million is, folks? That's nothing. That's toilet paper money, folks. I'm being serious. And I know some people would say, no, $1 million? That ain't toilet paper money. Trust me, it is. After they tax that and do all that stuff, it's nothing, folks. It's not nothing in the grand scheme of things if these guys are really making this kind of money. Right? If they was making this kind of money also, that they would be doing it for the love of the game, the doing it for the fans. They wouldn't be doing this for toilet paper money. When they explain that the players have to get compensated toilet paper money to be competitors and to compete, which the fans pay these guys salary. I'm sick of hearing about what the owners is paying them. What do you mean what the owners is paying them? This is what the fans are paying them. Owners ain't paying them jack-ish. The owners probably write everything off on taxes at the end of the year. So the owners ain't paying them ish. Okay? So let's get into this tournament. So it's supposed to be, 4 teams. And I think each team is supposed to have 8 players. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. I think it's 2 rounds. You got the first round, and then you got the second round, and I think you got the championship round? Whatever. However that goes. And evidently, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Shaq, they're going to do a draft. So it's going to be Team Kenny, Team Barkley, and Team Shaq. And I'm like, it's so sad, man, because it is what I'm talking about. I don't want these guys being associated with this era right here, because this makes it look like they're approving these shenanigans, right? They're approving these shenanigans by playing part in this. But they have to, because they get paid by TNT, and TNT bought rights to the NBA. Although I think, was this the last year for TNT? They still signed a deal to do that. So I guess they got to, fulfill their obligations. But like I was saying, this is why I don't like these old school players. They used to play back in the days, participating in this garbage. Because they would never want this. Right? Because they were competitors. So this is what I'm going to say, folks. Before anybody steals what I think is going to happen, let me say it. Now, let me say something else. That, look, I don't have the rights to everything. I'm not going to say that, I always said things first and people, indirectly didn't say it another time before me or after me or anything like that. I'm not trying to say that. So if somebody already said this or indirectly says it after I say it, I'm not mad. But I don't like Dreamers Pro. I just don't like this guy. I don't like Johnny Arnett. None of these dudes, because they're phony. They're fake. I don't like them. Yeah, I don't get it. Maybe a lot of people don't like my views politically, whatever like that. And I might not like theirs. But that's just how this world is, folks. And some people are just misinformed. That's all I can tell you, folks. But if somebody says this stuff, I'm not gonna get mad. But I kind of felt like Dreamers Pro was actually stealing my stuff. This is what I'm gonna say. LeBron James is probably 99.9% is gonna get this MVP of this mini tournament. Yep, he's gonna get this MVP of this mini tournament. Right? He was the first to get the MVP in the in-season tournament. No? Yep, he was first to get the MVP in the in-season tournament. So now what? Is he going to get this MVP? I think so, folks. And they will rig it up so he can get this MVP. They will rig it up nice and good. And let's be real, guys. These NBA players, they don't give a snot that they will rig it up for LeBron James to get this. They have no integrity. They don't care about the game. They don't care about winning. They don't care about losing. They don't care about the future of the game. They don't care about the past. They don't care about nothing but money. That's all these players care about today. They only care about money. That's it, folks. It's been shown. They don't care about nothing else, folks. If they cared about the game, they would be competitive. They would want defense in their game. That's the crazy part about it. They would want defense in their game so they could be like, well, we earned our stats. We earned everything we got. Because guess what? Those guys in the past, they earned everything they got, their stats. We don't want to play in a no-touch era and that be on our books. You know, that's in our history. We want to change that. How do we change? That ain't how the NBA was, the history of the NBA. That ain't how it was. We don't want to be judged against that. They don't want to play that way, folks. I'm trying to tell you, man, I'm trying to be nice, folks. I'm trying to be really nice. But when you're trying to tell me that people are making all this money for not being competitive, what does that mean? Huh? And the thing about it, I told you guys before, I said, look, at least if they're lying to us about how much these guys make, at least they should go out there and try to be competitive to make me believe that these guys make all this money for doing nothing. For doing nothing, for being a quarter of what the NBA players was and did back in the day. Make me believe it. Show me something. Baby, if you love me, show me. Right? Ain't that how it goes? You say you're in love with somebody and you have nothing to show for it. Nothing. But you keep saying, oh, I love you. You had nothing to show that you love that person. Nothing. Yeah, so they have nothing to show that they can get paid this kind of money, folks. And I don't know. I mean, I know this is kind of off subject, but I was thinking about this. Wemby, how long is he going to be on All NBA second team? Who's the top center this year? So it will be Joker. I think Wemby, right? Wemby, maybe. So is Karl Anthony Towns really a center? I'm just telling you guys, man, because it will not look good on Wemby's case, man. If he keeps getting second, third, all NBA behind Joker, Joel Embiid is going to be in the mix sooner or later when he straightens up, right? And that's the thing about these guys. They just can run amok until they're threatened, super threatened. Oh, this is going to happen to you. Well, okay. He'll put up some good numbers next year and just F around after that until he's threatened again. So yeah, maybe. So Joker is always going to be first team All NBA. That's not good for Wemby, and it's a good thing too. And I'm gonna tell you in a minute. So Joker, unless he gets hurt, is usually probably going to be All NBA first. Oh, I forgot. You talking about AD, right? So you got AD in the mix. Let me just finish. You got Joker, you got AD, you got Joel Embiid when he stopped acting stupid. And did I miss somebody? Oh yeah, Karl Anthony Towns. I'm gonna tell you guys, man, this if Wemby don't get his ish together, because you already know how they judge All NBA right now in these days, is offense, not as a complete player. Not as even 75% offense and 25% defense. It's 100% offense. That's LeBron James. So I just don't see Wemby making that first team as long as Joker is playing at a high level. And the scary part is this guy might play for a high level for another 5, 6, 7 years in this weak soft NBA. So he won't be number one for a long time, which is going to destroy his case for an all-time great big man. Now, I won't say all-time great big man, but top 5. He will never get up there unless this happens, and I'm going to tell you in a minute. But you got Karl Anthony Towns. He's got all these All-NBA third teams, but he's playing pretty good this year. And like I said, you got AD, you got Joel Embiid. So this is what's going to happen. If Wemby wants to be considered an all-time great center as far as top 5, he's going to have to go out there and take it, folks. He's going to have to go out there and take those All-NBA first teams away from Joker. Now, we know he can't get the assist. We know he can't do that. But Joker is expending a lot of energy doing what he does. So to me, there's no girly excuse on why these other players who are even younger than Joker, who should have more energy, can't do what Joker's doing. There's no excuse, folks. It's a no-touch era. So this is what Wemby's going to have to do. And he should have did it this year. I don't know what these guys are waiting for. I'm so sick of this coddling and stuff like that, especially from old school analysts. Like, you should be busting these dudes' ass for all this coddling and all this excuse making for these damn guys. Oh yeah, he just his age. Why he come into the NBA? You guys say these guys are NBA ready when they come in here. And why they come in here? And it's a soft, weak era. It's the weakest era of all time. It's basically like the damn Globetrotters. I'm serious. This is what these fans come to watch today. In essence, for just like, it don't seem like a real professional league, right? It seems just like just entertainment purely, it's not professional. A pickup game. They just can't see a pickup game. That's it. These guys can't. So let's stop making these excuses. All I'm trying to say is he should be busting their butts by this year. It should have already been happening, folks. Already, he should have been putting up no less than 27 points easily. Easily. That's just on the strength of who he's supposed to be. And to me, he should have been putting up 30 this year. 30, 10 boards, and 5 blocks. And then you can overcome that, because Joker gonna always have you on the damn assist. So you could overcome that by getting you 5 blocks a game. Some historic-ish. And you could be like, yeah, I'm playing offense and defense. Joker's only playing offense, right? And it will be over. So now you will be all NBA first team. And trust me, a lot of people is not believing what Joker is doing. As far as it being all-time great, what he's doing. They just don't believe it. Because they see it's a no-touch era. Dudes ain't even, like, man, I'm not even trying to get into this Joker thing. But as long as Joker going to be able to put up them numbers, there's no way in this world. Ain't no way. Ain't no way in this damn world that he going to be able to, Wemby is going to be able to get All-NBA first team. He ain't. Is he going to? He's not even All-Star this year. Well, I didn't see the reserves. So you got AD. I don't know how many centers you can have on the reserve. Can you? Can you have two? I just said Carl Anthony Towns in the East. But we probably already know AD's going to be right there. So I don't know. Can you have two centers? You tell me. I guess you can. I remember, them having like four. What was it, like four forwards? No, was it four or was it three? I think it was three. They had three forwards at one time. So, no, that would be criminal if the man missed the All-Star game. I heard Charles Barkley. I don't click on this. Some of this stuff comes to my feed, and I'm trying to tell you, man, I don't watch some of this stuff because what they tell you on some of this stuff that, as much as you guys like Inside the NBA and you guys like, Fox Sports and ESPN, First Take, they always tell you some stuff on the surface, man. It's not real deep. They really can't go deep and talk about, go into it too much because they do, got to protect the league. They do have a job and they pay for the rights from the NBA, so they really can't go in. That's why you hear a lot of these, Barkley, he'll come back and say a whole bunch of stuff. We've been saying, man. We've been saying this. We've been saying some of this stuff, and then people want to hype up Charles Barkley like he really saying something. Oh, Barkley said this. Oh, you've been saying it. I've been saying it. Hell, give me his money then. Dude ain't saying nothing because Barkley says it's official. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Barkley shouldn't even be on that desk dealing with these dudes. And that's what I'm saying. They're trying to have old school guys that played the game right and actually play positional basketball at a high level talking about these games. It's ridiculous. Now they got them as these what do they call them? I don't know what the hell they call them. We just talked about it a minute ago. But they get to pick these teams. This is stupid, man. They should let some coaches do this stuff. Oh yeah, Team Barkley, Team this, Team Shaq. Ain't this like when they do this? Ain't this? I don't know, man. This is like not real basketball. This is like when they be doing this stuff and like for fun with the stars, right? What's that game called? It's the games, I think like Friday, right? The game that comes on Friday. So like some celebrity, right? Celebrity basketball with basketball players. That's what it was. And then it'll be like team, Justin Timberlake is a Team Timberlake, team this celebrity, something like that. I mean, this is a joke, folks. This is a joke. Another gimmick in the LeBron era. No, but Charles Barkley, he was saying that he wouldn't pick Anthony Edwards, and I didn't even click on it because, I don't really need to hear his reason. He's really not going to tell the real reason, but it's obvious. He shouldn't be an all-star. Shooting 44% from the field, folks. And then on the strength that they got rid of Karl Anthony Towns so he could take over the team. And he could start blowing out of control and get this, this Michael Jordan label comparison and stuff like that to see if he lives up to it. That was the thinking right there. And you took away Karl Anthony Towns, and don't tell me, oh man, it's about chemistry. I'm not talking about how the team really is playing per se, which they're playing like ish because of him, but I'm just saying how he's playing. I'm talking about how this guy is playing. He's playing awful. He's not. I just feel myself going into things that I shouldn't go into when I talk about, this guy or other subjects, but I'm just real. I'm not on a script. Oh, I can't say this. I can't say that. I'm going to say this for the next video. You know what I'm saying? This cat's like, oh, I'm going to say this for the next. No, I don't need to. I'm going to say it right now. The guy ain't that good, folks. He's not that good. He's not. He's good enough to play in this era, but he's not that good. I posted the other day, I was watching some of that because, like, I find myself watching some of these games sometimes, but it's just painful to watch these games. And you watch these guys, and he's one of these guys too. And they don't want to play American basketball. They want to play Euro basketball, right? Because they can't beat the Euros. When they go over there to international play, they get smoked. Like Anthony Edwards did in the FIBA, he got smoked by international plumbers. So they want to play this international style game instead of playing American basketball. And they do these Euro steps. And they claim that they're supposed to be so athletic. You know why the Euros created that step? Because they're not athletic like that. I mean, of course they're athletic. They're basketball players. They're sports players. But I'm just saying they weren't as athletic as the American players. So they had to come up with these Euro steps to get around athletic players, which is fine, whatever. Our guys didn't need to do that back in the day when I was watching ball. They'd just go up over you. Or they'll do something like this. If you're supposed to be compared to Michael Jordan or something like that, why can't you just go to the basket, stop and pull up when the dude meets you at the basket? These guys ain't got them kind of skills. I never see it from these guys. Not just Anthony Edwards, all these guys do these crazy Euro steps, side steps, when they go to the basket because they have no pull-up. They have no pull-up game, folks. And because they really don't have all this great athleticism, they know if they don't do that Euro step, they're going to get their ish knocked in the front seat. And I'm not trying to say Anthony Edwards isn't athletic. That would be an idiotic statement. I don't think he knows how to use his athleticism. Let's remember, Michael Jordan was 6'6", and Anthony Edwards is 6'4". Yeah. Michael Jordan was long and lengthy, or lanky. He's not. Anthony Edwards ain't like Michael Jordan. Nothing. Does he have athleticism? Yes, but I don't think he knows how to use it because of the type of competition he plays. This is the least athletic era of all time. Seriously, for perimeter guys and big men. Because they only do one thing, folks. You delete all your athleticism when you're just sitting out there shooting threes. So now all you're doing is running back up and down the court, shooting threes. You're not really met with no resistance. So you're not really having to use athleticism as a big man in the post to do these post moves to score. Same on the perimeter. You're not having to, use any athleticism on the perimeter to get away. That you could do. To do all that because there's no resistance, folks. The athleticism in the NBA has declined so much. It's crazy. I'm watching Kyrie carry the damn ball all the time, talking about some damn athleticism, and he the most skilled. Get the hell out of here. Like I told you guys, they cannot call these calls on these guys, these travels, carries, because it will expose how bad they are. And they don't have these type of skills, which will expose that this isn't a real professional league like it used to be, which will expose why the hell you charging all this money by supposedly giving these guys these contracts. It just all works together, folks. So don't expect these refs to call travel and carry. They can't. That's why they hired fake refs. Because if they start doing what they're supposed to do, game over. Right? That's why they hire fake coaches. Because if they do what they're supposed to do, hold these players accountable as the team being theirs, it will expose these players. Because we all know what coaches do. They coach. It don't matter if it's in the professionals. Don't give me, oh man, but no, folks. It's a level of control as a coach. These coaches don't look mad at all on the sideline. They really don't. They don't scold the players. They don't really get mad at the refs. Now, I can see sometimes they'll put on their little acting hat and act like it. But look, us guys, or people that watch old school basketball, we know what coaches are. From high school coaches to college coaches to pros. Guys, trust me when I tell you, these are not real head coaches in the NBA. The best you're going to get is in college. That's the best you're going to get. We're not trying to be old school, old head, unk and all. No, folks. It's like, okay, it's stuff that you see today you would never see. So I'm over there getting gas, right? And this ain't nothing new. I'm not trying to say this ain't nothing new. But when I was growing up, right, I looked over and I see a black woman with fake hair. And I was just thinking, because I've always thought this for a long time too. I said, when I was growing up, folks, there was no black women with fake hair. You never seen a black woman who didn't know how to do her own damn head and putting on fake hair. That it didn't exist. That would be embarrassing to them, black women, to be walking around with fake hair. It would be an embarrassment. You know why? Just so you don't think I'm being this way and that way. It would be an embarrassment because the only women that wore fake hair every day was your grandmama. That's the only person that wore fake hair was your grandmama. Yep. Your grandmama had that wig, and that was it. It wasn't no yaki. It wasn't no doo-doo braids. It was none of that, folks. Black women knew how to grow their hair, whether it went down to, the bottom of their ears. They knew how to style it. If it went down to the shoulder, they knew how to style it. If it went down their back, they knew how to style it. I will pull you up photos of black women from the early 1900s in the 1800s with hair down to their shoulders, down past their ears. It was an embarrassment for you to wear fake hair because don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to say it's an embarrassment because you got fake hair, nothing like that. But black women took pride in their hair. I never seen no black woman in my family with no fake hair. They didn't want no fake hair. Even if it didn't grow long, they didn't want fake hair. They felt more natural. Everybody knows your hair is fake when you got fake hair because you can see the tone of your hair and the tone of your skin. It don't match up. That fake, what do you want to call it? Shiny looking stuff. Everybody knows it's fake. You can feel as real as you want with some fake hair. Everybody knows it's fake. Everybody. And I can tell you, the women back there wasn't rich. They always couldn't go, black women, they couldn't go afford no straightener all the time or go to the salon. Put the hot comb right on the damn, what do you call it? Put the hot comb right on the stove and straighten that hair right out. Yep. They do how to do their hair. I'm just saying, it looks weird to see all these black women with no hair today. It's crazy. And they put it in their children's hair. All this fake hair, these lace fronts, these sew-ins, all this stuff, they put in their children's hair because they're too lazy to do their daughter's hair. Too lazy to spend the money to go to the salon every 2 weeks to get their own hair done. And by the time, I don't know, but by the time they're in their 20s, they're bald for the rest of their lives. So they ain't got no choice but to use fake hair. Yep. And then you go everywhere with a, what do you call it? What do you call them things? The bonnet. Go everywhere with a damn bonnet on. Because you ain't got no hair to do in the morning. Yep. I'm not trying to be mean, folks. I'm trying to tell you reality. That's why people don't like my channel. The Chinese found out how to make $1 billion industry off of black women, telling them not to do their damn head. That's part of your hygiene to me. That's part of your hygiene right there. You don't even do your hair. You put some fake hair. Now, let me tell you something. When it first came out, all these braids and stuff like that, the women only put it in their hair, they twisted it in their hair just to start pulling the hair. And then, after weeks later, you take it out and it supposedly will make your hair longer. I don't know. To me, it's a whole bunch of lies to me. If you eat right and you're hydrated, your hair is going to grow. You go to the salon every 2 weeks, your hair is going to grow. That's just how it is. Like I said, these women in the past had no problem in the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, everything. 1800s, growing their hair. So I'm just saying, some things that you see today, you just didn't see it back then, folks. I'm not trying to, I'm not that old, but I'm not that young. So let's look at this real quick. What you've been seeing on your screen. So you can see it, all their championships, Michael Jordan and LeBron. So it's basically the same. The first championship between both of them is basically the same thing, right? They basically the same awards, but Michael Jordan, boom, scoring title. The second championship It's basically the same thing again, but Michael Jordan has a scoring title. The third championship, it's not the same. This time, Michael Jordan doesn't have the MVP. LeBron doesn't have the MVP. They both have All-Star, both have All-NBA first team. LeBron is no longer defensive team. And of course, he's not a scoring champion. The fourth championship, Michael Jordan is MVP again. LeBron isn't. They're both All-Stars. LeBron is no longer on a defensive team like he was on the third championship. They're both All-NBA first team. Michael Jordan this time, All-Star MVP. And scoring champ. No, I was looking at the other one. No. Well, was we on the fourth one? No, we wasn't on the fourth. I thought we was on the third one. So let me go into this again. So the third one is Michael don't have MVP, but he's got the steal title. LeBron, no MVP, no defensive team like Michael Jordan, no steals title like Michael Jordan, but they got all NBA first team, All-Star, both of them, and Michael Jordan has Finals MVP just like LeBron. All this is obvious. LeBron, they both all got Finals MVPs. I didn't mention that, but Mike has a scoring title. LeBron doesn't. So the fourth, Michael Jordan back on top with the MVP. LeBron doesn't. First team defensive, LeBron doesn't. All-Star, LeBron does. All NBA first team, LeBron does. All-Star MVP, not LeBron. Like I said, they all gonna have Finals MVP. Scoring championship on the fourth one. And he's got the assist title for LeBron. The fifth, which LeBron doesn't have, Michael first team defense, all NBA first team, All-Star, Finals MVP, scoring champ. The sixth, MVP, first team defensive, all NBA first team, All-Star, Finals MVP, All-Star MVP, scoring champ. Ouch. So sometimes I was trying to read both of them at the same time. I made it kind of brutal because I was going back and forth. But you get the point, folks. You get the point. And what, to me, what's so glaring about this is, look at it this way. In Michael Jordan's 6 championships, and when you look at his accolades, just in those 6 championship years, tell me if I left something out. I don't think I did. But just in those 6 championship years, Michael Jordan had a greater career than LeBron had his entire career. Had a greater 6 years than LeBron has had his entire career, folks. That's nuts. A lot of people might not understand this. And for the LeBron fans, this is devastating. Because even in his championship title years, he couldn't even hang with Michael Jordan as far as accolades. Now, to me, these were LeBron's best years right here. And I know you guys, his fans, oh man, well, you left out LeBron got this scoring title, you left out his MVPs and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're right. And it wasn't because I'm trying to, leave stuff out in the comparison. I'm just talking about what Michael Jordan was doing while he was winning championships. He wasn't playing no games. He wasn't just winning championships. He was dominating as a player on offense and defense. That's what the LeBron fans don't get. And guess what? These aren't all Michael Jordan's accolades neither. So what are you saying? I'm not trying to leave out all LeBron's accolades. I'm not trying to say that. Because Michael Jordan had some great seasons outside of him winning championships. From his rookie season all the way until 1990. So we left a lot of his accolades out. But I'm just saying, even if we put LeBron's accolades in here, Michael Jordan basically had a better 6-year career while winning championships and accolades than LeBron did in his entire career. And you see it right here, folks. This is devastating. Now, to the average guy, maybe like if you compare this to Kevin Durant, you compare it to anybody else, what LeBron has here, it ain't bad. It's good. Nothing wrong with this. But against Michael Jordan, it don't match up, folks. And what we've been trying to tell the LeBron fans, this has been the cruelest joke on sports fans ever. This Michael Jordan LeBron GOAT debate. It's the cruelest joke on sports fans of all time. And guess what? 1, 2, 3. The first 3 championships, one of them was without an all-star teammate. And then one of them, well, no, my fault. 3 of them, the first 3, was with one Hall of Fame teammate. Goodness. And Mike stayed home. And Mike was the leader of his team. Remember, he was the leader of his team. We try to tell you LeBron fans all the time how life works, how the NBA works. It doesn't matter what, Stephen A. Smith don't want to tell you, or Nick Wright, or Shannon Sharp, or Johnny Arnett. It don't matter. These idiots shouldn't have to tell you about common sense. And what we try to tell you all the time, when you go play with other teams' number 1 franchise players, and you ran to play with them, you left your home, and you played with them in your prime, after melting down and choking, folks, it means that you wasn't a leader, or you wasn't the number 1 player on your team. You was just another number 1 and another leader playing against other leaders and other number 1s. You get it? Or you need me to call NASA? Which one is it? Let me explain it to you again. You left your home. So nobody came to you and said, LeBron, I need you to help me win. On top of that, he goes to a dude already won championship in finals MVP. That led the one of the most dominant players to a championship, right? Shaq. And made sure Gary Payton got his. He couldn't get it. Michael Jordan stopped him. And then he got stopped in LA by Detroit. And Alonzo Mourning. Dwayne Wade made sure Alonzo Mourning got his. So these guys came to Wade. And most of them were out of their prime. Well, all of them was, really. That I just mentioned. So do you see the difference right here? And you can see why Johnny Arnett is an idiot for promoting LeBron James as his great player. And has the nerve to find these tapes on Michael Jordan because he does clutch work. Do you see the difference, LeBron fans? See, I can ramble about a whole bunch of stuff that you may not like. But I'm a real dude. But we can get back to sports and get out of reality. That's what sports really is. But that's the difference. You cannot leave your home looking for help and go play with other number 1s who were leaders of their team and other teams' number 1 franchise players. Now, he did it once when he went to Miami. He's so soft and weak and fake. It has no skill set, no game. He does it again. He does it again. He left it. Don't tell me Cleveland is his home. He left that place, folks. He left it. He abandoned that place to go try to win 8 championships, is what we were told. He wasn't like, man, I feel bad for leaving Cleveland. Woo. He didn't keep it on the low. None of that, folks. Nope. This is what somebody would do well, I wouldn't say a real man, because a real man wouldn't do that, or a real leader, if they really felt that awful. They were just, they were just over it. Charles Barkley, oh, I can't never win here. But did Charles Barkley run to two other teams' #1 franchise players who were Hall of Famers? And then announce it. Not one, not two, not announcing how the league had to watch out for him now with 3 Hall of Fame players. You guys don't understand, man. I'm trying to tell you the truth. This guy is a fraud. Is a fraud. And he's been given accolades based on a fraudulent effort, a fraudulent career, all this stuff. Told you guys. Go back and look at my video. I said when he went to Miami in 2012, the NBA was just about entertainment, a script. That's it, folks. It was no longer a real sports league where you had real head coaches, real refs, real owners, real competitors, nothing. Because you can't, what he did, you can't justify what he did. You can't. And everything will fall in place if it was a real sports league. Like back in the day, right? Maybe the players back in the day was like, yeah, this dude just built a super team and then taunted us. We're going to do the same thing too. So tell me why everybody in this league wasn't doing the same thing after he did it. No, I ain't talking about 2007 when Kevin Durant did it. I'm talking about from the get-go. I'm not sitting at some damn team watching this so-called next Michael Jordan build a damn super team, and I got to play his super team with my team. The Indianas, the Houstons, the Boston, everybody had to play his damn super teams for 8 straight years in the East. Why ain't nobody said nothing? Why ain't nobody else gonna build a super team? Because it turned into a fake league for entertainment. That's why. I don't care what nobody. Oh, don't say that. Ain't nobody had no pushback. ESPN celebrated it. And this and I think really because they knew this retarded ass dude still couldn't even win. That's what was so crazy about it. This retarded dude had a super team over the whole league, and he still at times barely got to the finals. Had to take these dudes to a game 7 in the damn East. He wasn't even getting the #1 seed, but one time in Miami and one time in Cleveland when he went back. And then went to the finals, got manhandled. So maybe that's why they knew this retarded ass dude wasn't gonna come out on top. So maybe that's why they did everything for this guy. I bet some dudes had before sports betting. They probably like, I mean, I bet you such and such. This retarded ass dude ain't gonna come out on top. And then probably some stupid LeBron, apologist or some dude that like LeBron. Man, I think he gonna go like, let me see, man. 8 years of the super team, man. I think he gonna go, 7-1 in it, man. 7-1. He got all the help in the world, man. Ain't no damn way. Some dude was like, no, man. I think he goes 3-5. I'm being serious, folks. Hell, even the league probably had something on it. They probably gambled on it. Putting bets against, the owners putting bets against each other, sitting around smoking cigars, probably had a big ass owners meeting. They probably put some hundreds of millions on it. We're going to let LeBron, this retarded ass dude, who ain't got no skills, who can't shoot, can't dribble, we're going to let him build these super teams. Let's see what happens. How much y'all want to bet? He going to do this. How much y'all want to bet? He ain't going to do this. I can guarantee you the people who bet against them came out on top. They came out on top. Yep. And they stole all this money from the fans with all this hoopla and then building these super teams and how this and that. It's just been a big show. Now he's in LA stealing all this money, looking like a damn circus freak, Oompa Loompa against these skinny 3-point shooters. He look like damn Bigfoot on the damn court, don't he? He look like Bigfoot. And he got to push these dudes over and hit them and all this stuff just to do a damn layup. That's crazy, folks. He's swinging at dudes, knocking them out while he doing a layup. It's crazy. He must got like some contract with the owners or something. Like, yeah, he probably got to play until he's 50 just to be the entertainment of this, soft era. It's some stuff I want to say, but I ain't gonna piss people off. I mean, like, I don't piss people off, but I don't want to say, a lot of people, Because when I say stuff, I will explain it. I won't just say something. I said, well, let me explain. I won't just say, oh man, I can't believe black women wearing fake hair, man. Don't look good on them. No, I'm going to explain. I grew up around it. Nobody in my family wore fake hair. I'm trying to tell you. And when I was growing up, no black women wore fake hair. In the 80s, in the majority of the 90s. And then when it did come around, guess what? It was just like these little big doo-doo braids. It was like something for fun and stuff like that. But it grew into like self-hate, not want to do your own hair, not want to keep your hair up, and stuff. When I say self-hate, I'm talking about you think you look better with fake hair. That's what I'm trying to say. And then eventually, it's like something, how everybody's unhealthy, fat, the majority of people today. Before, it was shunned on to be walking around fat and, out of shape and having a big old belly and all this stuff. It was looked at as not good. So it was rare. But once it started being a common theme, nobody was embarrassed no more. And it's like, okay, I'm going to try to get healthy. But when you try to get healthy, everything out here is unhealthy. Everybody still looks unhealthy. So you like trying to do this on your own. Maybe you might hang around people who like to drink a lot, smoke a lot, do a lot of unhealthy stuff. Man, I'm going to stop. You look around, all your buddies still doing it. So it's not easy. That's what I'm trying to say with the whole hair thing. Eventually, more black women start wearing fake hair. So everybody start wearing all black women start wearing fake hair. It's almost like if you don't have fake hair and you wearing your own hair down to your ears or the bottom of your ears or something like that, they call you bald headed or something. You look like you're bald. But women back then didn't take it like that. They took it like, okay, no matter how long my hair grows, I know how to style it. And then women was beautiful. Because the hair matches your skin. It's a natural thing. And you ain't trying to hide your look, hide your face. You really don't even know what these people really, when you wear fake hair, you don't even know what that person really looks like. I'm trying to tell you. Because next week, boom, they got the hair off. They don't even look the same. And you should love me for who I am. Well, you don't even love yourself for who you are. What are you talking about? Fake hair, fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake this, fake that. And then they say, I want a real man. And don't get me wrong, white women and, some Spanish women wear fake hair too. Stuff called extensions and stuff like that because they're not happy with what they fully look like. I'm just telling the story, folks. A lot of people don't like the truth. And a lot of people just like to be happy. And they're not really happy because they're not living in the truth. That's why you'll meet people and they always seem like these happy people. And then when they get mad, the anger is like crazy. You're like, whoa. You didn't think that person could get that mad because they got a lot of anger built up trying to be fake happy. Because nobody really want to be real about life. They don't want to address what life is and what's real, what's really real. No, I'm not trying to talk about comparing that to fake hair, but I'm just saying, you do what you want to do. I mean, you do what I'm just trying to, when I was saying that, I was comparing how things are different and how NBA was back in the day. And I said, well, let me give you a comparison. When I see, this woman at the gas station, what I was thinking, because she had fake hair. So I was just giving that comparison. But yeah, this is it, folks. I mean, the NBA is one of the saddest downfalls. I won't say that. I mean, it is, but the MLB is pretty bad. The MLB fall from grace is really bad, folks. It was America's pastime. So many good things, so many good games, so many good series, rivalries, all that stuff in MLB. And the grand finale was steroids and now players that don't even speak English. It's the saddest thing you've ever seen, folks. And I say that because, the majority of the league don't speak English. Like 80, 90%. Because they thought they could get I don't know. There's no way they thought they could get a better league by replacing American players. Why would you think that? No, it was cheap labor, getting them in the farm team. And it blew up. When you get cheap labor, you're going to get a cheap product, folks. That's why I don't believe these NBA players are getting paid this money. I think they're just cheap labor. But when you use cheap labor, you're going to get a cheap product. Like a lot of these houses have been getting built. You can look on websites and stuff like that and look at the comments and stuff. And trust me, I've been around the blue collar industry for a long time. And what it is, when they get all these illegal immigrants to do these jobs for cheap, you got literally children and women building these houses, building these commercial buildings, all this. So as far as the house, you're getting low quality craftsmanship, low quality, but you're not getting it for cheap. That's what they'll tell you. If these people aren't doing the work, the prices are going to go up. It's a lie, folks. It's a lie. It's never been that way. It's just the companies are getting richer, so they'll tell the people a lie. They ain't paying these people workman's comp and overtime and insurance. They're railroading these people. So they build all these houses and all these subdivisions, whatever like that, and they're shit houses. You can see by 2 years, the paint done faded on these houses. Sometimes in, before no time, 6 years, there's cracks in the walls. The floors got cracks in them. This is leaking. I done seen where people moved in, I don't want to cuss too many times. Stuff is already falling apart. They got all these comments on here saying this. Because these guys they were never trained to do these type of jobs. They never went to a union like we used to have in the United States. You graduate high school, you could just go to the union. And you will learn. And they actually pay you decent money while you probably be an apprentice and then you be a journeyman. This is how this stuff was done, folks. Now, these people with no qualifications whatsoever that have never learned this stuff from nobody just walks onto the job and learns from, Micheal learned from Jose. And sometimes that's not that bad. The bad part is, it's bad, but because they're taking American jobs and don't have no more qualifications than Americans. Or American that will want to learn how to do the job. But they've already taken care of that. We already know what's going on there. They give the children pop culture, something else to do, and then you don't never want to do them jobs anyways, right? You want to be cool and all this stuff. You want to have fun and whatever. The craziest part about it is how much work they do. Because like I said, they're not getting paid by the hour. They're not getting workman's comp. They're not getting insurance. So what happens now? They're getting paid by the job. So now what happens is you have to move fast. You got to get to the next job to make money. And that's what we was talking about a minute ago or a second ago. It's going to be a shit outcome. That's all that's going to happen. The outcome is going to look like ish on our building because they have to get to the next house. So what happens is they do it just good enough so the job's done. And then you get the inspector to come inspect all this stuff and they're basically paid off. Because how that works is, I won't even get into that. We'll be here for a minute. But pretty much, they're just going to stamp their approval. You're good to go. Because the more stamps, the more money the county makes, and they got all these approvals to do by the inspector. Because these guys are moving so fast, there's more, everybody's getting paid, but it's not good craftsmanship. It's not good work. It's just good enough work to be done. And then sometimes not even that. So this is the America you got now, folks. You've been having it for a minute. So let me get off it. Because I could go into a whole bunch of other stuff. I can go into some Trump stuff right now. I would just say that for another video in what he's been doing since he got in office. This guy's hilarious. This is a good businessman. His plan sounds good, but there's no foundation. There's no back to it. There's nothing. It's just a whole bunch of doing stuff. Wow, folks. we in big trouble. We might be in bigger trouble than what Biden gave us. We might be in bigger trouble. And that seems crazy just to think that. But there's no real plan. It's just all emotional. This it sounds like what a business man should be doing. Basically, everything he done signed and trying to do, it has nothing but helping the people. With inflation, rates going down, rent going down, because ain't none of that stuff gonna happen. Because what Biden did, you're gonna pay for that inflation for the next 10 to 15 years. That debt, that money he pulled out from taxes and the loans he got from the bank, all that has to get paid back through taxes, which means inflation. So all Trump can really do, I know I said I won't get into this. I'm not going to get too deep into it. But all Trump can do really is try to repeal what they did. Reverse what they did. Stop what they did. But he ain't going to fix it. He ain't going to fix it. Unless his economy goes into the greatest recession of all time. That's it, folks. It's going to take the greatest recession of all time to fix the inflation that you're going to have to deal with for the next 10, 15 years that these Bidens put us in. Or I keep saying Bidens, what Biden that he put us in. For real, it's no joke. So let me get off of here. Yeah, so when you look at that, make sure you remember that, or you take a screenshot. What Michael Jordan did in 6 years is greater than what LeBron has done in his entire career, folks. It's a fake GOAT debate. I don't need no stats. All I need is history, folks. I don't need to be Democrat or Republican. All I need is history. I don't need black or white. All I need is history. I don't need religion division. All I need is history. And the problem is, when you don't know real history, you're doomed. You're going to need those things, folks. Or if you're trying to trick the people, right? If you're trying to make money and trick the people, you do need those things, folks. Those are weapons right there. Race, politics, religion. I guess in the GOAT debate, maybe stats. Wait, I'm gonna get off of here. But if we go into the Mahomes Brady debate, watch. I'm gonna show you I don't need stats, folks. All I need is history. That's all I need. When I was telling you about black women wearing fake hair, it's not a knock against them. But what did I tell you? All I was telling you about was history. I wasn't telling you if they look good or don't look good. All I told you was history. That's it, folks.